here, concierge health advisor and epi-nutritionists at your service. Yes, not many are gonna take that, but many listen to this my review series of all the health gurus that are out there doing the rounds. Today you clicked on it, Dr. Rhonda Patrick. Is she an MD or PhD or both? We'll go with both. Sorry, already I'm not prepared, but a little bit of a chin wagger, flapping of the gums, mutual mastication of for in regard to Dr. Rhonda Patrick. A nice looking young lady, very fit looking, and as soon as I heard her on Rogan some years back, and then recently on Doc Huberman, which was first cab off the rank. Dr. Rhonda Patrick, second cab in reviewing, or which is code for poo-pooing the health gurus that are out there. Rhonda Patrick has some profound good ideas. She's got some intellectual rigor, very intelligent, yet digging in the weeds with Doc Andrew Huberman. This is where most of the review comes from, I guess. Recency of in there. This subject, that subject. I guess some of the things I guess that I do recall is certain fish oil levels. She's a 16, dolphins are 19, and most other humans are 2, 4, 8, whatever it is. Whatever the unit she's using, she's comparing herself to a dolphin. Okay, it's good. She's looking good, fine. But I'd say let's compare notes in 30 years, because she also lurches from one side of the ship to the other side of the ship, depending on the whims of do Peloton. She does this Peloton thing apparently, and I'm competitive and I race against other people online. Is great, fine. But do you expect a normal couch sitting, Cheeto eating, Netflix watching, smoking Westerner to do that sort of thing? Fine. If you're Dr. Rhonda Patrick and you restrict your eating and eat more tuna, if it's tuna or whatever, and take fish oil, this and that, and that fish oil thing that she went on with that example, I did a search with the fish oils that I take through Youngevity, and they don't even come up on her fish oil organization, such and such, yada yada, to find out if they're good fish oils or whatever. Anyway, I've been on my Keto 44, my clumsy branding of what I advocate. Just quickly what I advocate. I was going to advocate it on the Huberman review. I didn't get to it somehow, because I also go from ship to ship, from subject to subject, only out of my mouth, not in my health. But fuck, am I even going in the right direction here? Anyway, so what I advocate is digestion. Get that in order. If you're suffering from indigestion, if you take PPIs or those anti-indigestion medications or those syrups, anyway, the things that you take, that's better. Yeah, that sort of thing. Downstream, in a decade, you'll be taking more meds, you'll be aging faster, going grayer, wrinklier, more of a pot belly, getting fatter, and digestion. More profound, more of an issue downstream is absorption. If you're eating any gluten at all in your diet, if you're 30, you've had a couple of decades at least of eating gluten, and the villi, in your small intestine, are pretty much shot, and they're only taking in like 15% of the micronutrients. That's my thing, micronutrients. I think she's fairly plant-based, this Dr. Rhonda Patrick. So she'll be probably eating some bread, maybe some pasta, maybe not. Maybe I sort of vaguely recall low GI, but she's certainly not totally off the gluten. Well, excuse me if she is, but I don't think she is. If she is off the gluten, I bet you she's having oats. And guess what? Oats are gluten. They just go by another name, gliadin, the pro-inflammatory cytokine that is also found in gliadin, which damages the villi in your small intestine, doing the most of our absorption of our micronutrients. And even if we do get dependable supply, which we don't, which we need to supplement. So if Rhonda Patrick isn't doing some of that, let's compare my notes with her notes in 30 years' time and see how we go. Pick 5 years, because a lot of you won't be alive in 30 years. I don't expect any vindication or whatever, but there's the challenge or whatever. I'm conscious. There's my hand. I'm not Italian. I'm a Serb, but I'm just like that. So and after like 2 or 3 hours of talk with Doc Huberman in this top of mind awareness of Doc Patrick, I'm aware of her from before that too, but this sense of we just don't know, you just gotta try. Didn't exactly say those words, but that was the code she was getting at, and the helplessness and hopelessness of just gonna try, and then eat well and exercise, and then boom, all what she was advocating just blew up. And she's just clutching, stabbing in the dark, clutching at straws, hoping for the best. What she is doing now to look okay, probably a lottery as well. Maybe she is supplementing. Oh yes, I forgot to mention in Doc Huberman's thing, he supplements Athletic Greens. Good. If I can't get any more supply of my longevity Athletic Greens, I'll go with them. But I'm not going to push longevity. They just understand the shtick that we need to be really doing, especially the gluten, oils, sugars, and nitrates. Nitrites saying yes. The gluten thing has 3 others. The gluten, oils, the 2 elephants in the room. The 3rd elephant, maybe a donkey or a zebra in there, and a lion, is the sugars and the nitrates. Nitrites are the major carcinogen. Not smoking, and sitting is the new smoking. Nitrates, bacon, processed meats. Bacon, salami, corned beef, ham, spam, sausages, even some butchery meats. Nitrates, dead. Well, higher chance of contracting cancer. Also, with just quick mention with cancer and what I advocate, and one marker, there's never been a case of cancer ever recorded with a vitamin D level of over 40 nanograms per mil of blood. Per mil of blood. Get that level over 40, maybe you won't get cancer. But it's not just getting vitamin D2, D3 in your diet, or getting sun rays. I get plenty of sun rays, plenty of sun exposure. You could get plenty of sun exposure, so you think, but you still may not get your vitamin D level over 40. You still might be hanging around 25, 20, 29, whatever. You're still at, and when it hits the doctor in the head, like, your vitamin D only counts as being deficient if it hits them in the head with the red number saying that you're 12. Oh shit! If you get into that state, chances of cancer skyrocket. And it's not just those getting it in your diet, supplementing or getting sun rays, vitamin B, C, D, vitamin A, B, C, ultraviolet A, B, C. Anyway, it's just like a marker, a tell, a signature that you're not absorbing other micronutrients. If you can't bump up your vitamin D over 40, you'll also probably, there's 90 declared essential micronutrients out there. 60 of them are minerals. And if you're also deficient in others, but in this case, vitamin D, here I go on a tangent. This is about Rhonda Patrick, but anyway, it's a clue. Like if you're sitting on 27 vitamin D level, you might be lacking cobalt, selenium, molybdenum, calcium, potassium, magnesium, manganese, all the other minerals out there, also the vitamins, the essential amino acids and the essential fatty acids. With those essential fatty acids, Doc Patrick indicates the whole omega-3, omega-6, but there's only one element of omega-3, omega-6. I think she knows this anyway, but the ALAs and the LAs, those two components and those two, they're the essentials, but yeah, it's still also beneficial to get all the other omega-3, 6, 9s, carbon chain. That's how you get all those numbers, right? So, because I've butchered Rhonda Patrick's review because I've gone on other stuff, maybe not. This is, after all, a bit of a pump up for what I advocate, and that's why I challenge, like 5 years, 15, 30 years, pick a time, let's compare. I did Doc Huberman before, let's compare with Doc Rhonda Patrick and all the others that I feel like I've got this new health guru review series, whatever I'll call it. You know before I do, because I'm just recording this before I post it, right? So you know the the title before I do. I still hope that Rhonda Patrick does well herself, but you know, hopefully she can make some discoveries in her labs and her research and all that sort of thing as well, because I don't have the means, don't have the brain matter either, because I'm more of a lumper, not a splitter. That's why I can just take my micronutrients, my dependable micronutrients, digestion, absorption, which I pretty much mentioned, and third of three on that sort of chassis, the regimen protocol list that I advocate is dependable supply of micronutrients, making sure that you digest it, absorb it, then you get the that dependable supply, then you'll be nice and fit and healthy like me. Yes, like Huberman and Rhonda Patrick, but let's see how they go at as an octogenarian versus me. Yeah, we have to wait 30 years because I think we're all around the same sort of age. I think Rhonda Patrick might be a couple of years younger, but anyway, I'm in my 50th year of vintage. A couple of years ago, I only started this bit more than a couple of years ago, my keto 44, which is only fairly new. I've inadvertently become keto. 44 is eliminating those the gluten, oils, sugars, and the nitrites. To the point with the sugars, I probably have 10 serves of veggies, not a day, not a week, in a year, and 2 or 3 serves of fruit in a whole year. That's the sugars part, because if oil, did you know that, here I go again, oil and sugar intake, that's your cholesterol. That's your cholesterol complex. Those vegans that still have a high cholesterol intake, don't blame genes. Don't blame your genes. It's oil and sugars intake, which includes your fructose. Yes, that's sacrilege to say that, but that's it. That's all it is. Before I derail, continue to be derailing, that's Rhonda Patrick. She's also stabbing, clutching. See what sticks. Things are sticking by lottery. I mean, she's what works. Let's see what works. those health gurus, the whole health guru series, which which I'm pretty much into, video 2, they all seem to be, they're all motivated types. That's their proclivities. Maybe I'm one of them, but not like these guys. Like in there as well, like high IQ, very intellectually based and science based, and they've got a lot of rigor and smarts about them. But you know, that's all I got. I haven't got the energy to compare this and this and this, where people just say that's bullshit anyway, with research and studies and this paper, that paper, this number in the lab, but I've got no resource for that. I'm a lumper. This is my lump, the Keto 44. Let's see how Rhonda Patrick goes in 30 years. Let's compare ourselves. Let's see if she's still doing Peloton at age 65, age 80. I mentioned a few months back, I'm going to be at least Australia's fastest man at the age of 70. I haven't even gone for a single trot yet. I challenged a kid to an 800-meter race some time back, and my calf went ping, and I found it in the next suburb. Woo, it wasn't pretty. And one thing I did learn from one of these health gurus, probably on the Huberman Lab podcast, is from another guest, connection tissue. The neuroscience behind it as well, but the connective tissue have to adapt to new stressors, don't you know? Not me. I didn't want to know. I think I had an idea, but the kid said, I'll give you a race. Actually, I had a week to prepare. I only got to 300 meters the first time, 600 meters the next, and then it was race day, and a ping! I got it on video. It's unlisted on YouTube. I don't think I'll ever make it. It was pretty embarrassing. Anyway, I found my Achilles in the next suburb, and the kid was walking, and she still won. Okay. Rhonda Patrick, that was it. Sorry I derailed, but I butchered it. But I'm going to post this anyway. Bad luck. Bye-bye.